Now, I hate to say this, but everybody is wrong about making French toast. Now, the problem is everybody has strong opinions about this, so now I'm in tons of trouble. What I want, instead of soggy, wet pieces of bread, is I want a crispy outside, including the crust. And I don't want a wet interior, I want a custardy interior. And the secret to this recipe is one special ingredient, semolina flour. I stumbled across this when making waffles a few weeks ago for my kids. I added a little bit of semolina flour to the mix, and here we are. So semolina flour, which is a very hard wheat flour, just does amazing things when it comes to quick breads like French toast. Don't you have a Hollywood filter on this? Can I get 10 years younger? We're gonna let this liquid sit while we dry the bread out in the oven. And what's gonna happen is that semolina is gonna make it a little bit thicker. It means it's gonna coat the bread better. Originally, this recipe would have been made with leftover stale bread, of course, but most of us don't have leftover stale bread, so we'll do the staling here. We're gonna dry this out in an oven. Now, if you don't dry it out, this is gonna sort of fall apart. It's called retrogradation, which means the starch molecules are gonna crystallize, hold in some of that water, so you're gonna get a better texture inside. We like this sort of classic supermarket Italian bread. We think it has a little more structure than challah or brioche. This goes into a 325 oven, 8 to 10 minutes, flip halfway through. You want the edges of the crust of the bread to also have some nice crisp texture. So these are going into this liquid. Now, a lot of French toast recipes don't actually soak for very long, they just dip it in. Since we have stale bread, it can take some time to absorb the liquid. So it'll be about 15 minutes, and we're gonna flip halfway through. But this means you're gonna actually get a nice custardy texture on the inside, which is what I want. I'm not sure about the science, but it works. We're gonna use butter. I have tested this with just vegetable spray, which also works. We prefer medium-low temperature for this. It takes a few minutes per side, because what you don't wanna do is end up with, obviously, burnt butter. A little bit of sugar goes on top of each piece. Then we flip it, sugar side down, and then sugar the other side. That sugar helps to really crisp up the exterior. Smells French. Butter is making a comeback. I always buy salted butter. I think it lasts longer. That's why it was originally salted, I think. Unsalted butter on toast or bread is a crime. I mean, you should have to do a hard time for this. Okay, shall we just take a look? Nice and thick, which I like. So you can hear there's a nice crisp top to it. And let's just take a look inside. This is magnificent. So you get a custardy inside, nice, crispy exterior. Phenomenal. Look, most French toast is just soggy sandwich bread. So crispy on the outside, custardy inside. That's my idea of, heavenly French toast. So is Pan Perdue as good as this? I doubt it. I think as Americans, we've actually upgraded this classic French recipe.